Most marketing agencies try and pull the wool over your eyes with this one trick, but not you. I'm going to make you smarter than that. As a founder, as a business owner, you absolutely have to know your numbers inside out, especially when it comes to marketing. My name is Idris. I'm a creative director and founder myself, and I work with e-com brands on their creative direction, the email marketing, the paid ads, and the social media. And as a founder myself, I've sat on both sides of this conversation. I've sat in marketing meetings where the agency that I'm paying money to try to interpret the results, interpret the numbers in a way that they always look good. But that wasn't actually the case for my business, and likely it's not the same for yours. You don't need to be an expert in Meta ads or Google ads or any kind of paid media. The main thing you need to know, the most important thing that you absolutely need to know is what your break-even ROAS is. Because this is the point where your ads actually become profitable. And you could say, I want 10% profit, 20% profit, 30% profit, whatever it might be, whatever suits your goals. And you can set that as a target. But if you don't even know your break-even ROAS, then that marketing agency could be telling you anything. It might be the case that they're giving you big numbers. Yeah, we're hitting a 1.6, 1.8, a 2.4, a 4.5 ROAS. But is that actually even profitable for your business? That's the main question. And the way in which you work that out is the price of your product, what the customers actually pay, minus everything that goes into getting that product into the customer's hands. Let's use an example. If you're selling a product for £50 and it costs you £20 to actually create the product, that doesn't leave you with £30 to play with. You also need to factor in the packaging costs. You also need to factor in your delivery costs. You also need to factor in the cost of fulfillment, any labels for the box, printing costs. Ultimately, you'll end up with your actual cost of goods sold. So that £50 product, yes, you might just spend £20 to actually get it made, but it might cost you another 20 to be able to get it into the hands of the customer. So you're only left with £10 to play with there. That means that for your ads to be profitable, you need to be hitting a 5x ROAS. Anything lower than that means that you're actually losing money on every single sale that you make. So the next time your marketing agency says to you, yeah, we're hitting a 3x ROAS, we're doing our job incredibly well, you can actually turn around to them and say, I need to be hitting a 5x ROAS for this to even be profitable for me. So go do your job properly. That's why me and my team, before we even put in a creative, before we even make any changes to your current account, we will calculate this with you and tell you, look, we need to be hitting a 1.8, a 2.2, a 3.5 ROAS, so that you know that your brand is even growing in the first place.